Hello everyone, Anna here, or Anna here. Today I have my own Pixar theory. So if you don't like stuff with Pixar or you don't like personally opinions and stuff like that, click away or else stay. And warning, this video will contain pictures from Google that is not mine. Please go and give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. So we all have our, I guess, theories about the Pixar universe, and there's this big Pixar theory where they are talking about that all of the universes are meshed together in some shape or form. And it actually made me start to think about Toy Story. Now, Toy Story is the first Pixar film that I saw. I don't know if it's the first Pixar film made. I haven't looked on that, but I really do feel like Toy Story is the thing I want to talk about, and the thing that draws all of the universes together if you see it like I do. So we start with following Andy playing with his toys and, Toy Story in general in the number 1 of Toy Story. If you haven't watched the movie, I would recommend you go and watch Toy Story 1, 2 and 3. I do feel that all 3 movies are great, but we'll start with Toy Story 1 here. As I said, we're following a normal kid's life, playing with his toys and stuff like that. But what if he actually dreamt up all of the other Pixar universes? He dreamt up, stuff like Wall-E and stuff like Brave, and he just played with his toys, right? You can imagine anything when you're playing with your toys, and I do believe that all of the Toy Stories have a different interventions with the movies that are being produced, or that was at that point coming out, if that makes any sense. So with Toy Story 1, we have something that could fit, would be Inside Out, and stories about heroines and damsels in distress, as he plays with Buzz and the other toys. I don't remember the girl with the sheep's name. But he definitely plays a lot with his toys when he's younger. In number 2, where we see that Andy is getting a little bit older and stuff like that, and we see the universe from a different side, and we meet Jessie, that is, or I forgot her name, but the female version of Woody. We meet her, and I do really feel like the movies fit into each other here. For example, Wall-E and stuff like Up, maybe also, or maybe that is for Toy Story 3, and that could also be a reason why the Toy Story 3 has this vibe of Second World War, because we are all grown up with stories about that, and I do believe that Andy is not alone in this universe. So I do believe that he has to attend school and stuff like that, and maybe he mixed in the story of that. I actually believe that Andy is representing one of the creators. I don't know which one of them, but don't take me up on that. And I'm also looking up, looking at Inside Out, the dad for Riley, and he certainly looks like one of the creators here, as I'm going to show you. So I do feel like there's some connection in there, and also the other creator looks like the old guy from Up a little bit. So I do believe that the creators put a lot of attention into their, how to say, thoughts and stuff like that. But something I was really thinking about is if Andy was a child of one of the creators. Let's imagine that. And the child told the creators the stories, all of the stories, including, Toy Story. And they all put in all of the other stories inside Toy Story. We even have Finding Nemo at one point in one of the Toy Stories as a Easter egg. But I really do feel like all of the stories is something that Andy is actually telling us or writing about. We don't know what his school project is. Maybe it's homework, Who is to say that it's not? Because I remember coming home and being like getting an essay, or being like getting homework and feeling like this was not fun to do. But I do feel like Andy is a person that can get it to be fun, and enjoy writing about characters, imagining characters doing stuff, imagining the whole universe actually as it is. And the reason why I first of all said Inside Out is that I actually feel like Riley could be Andy's mom later on, but I do feel like it doesn't fit into this theory. But I do really feel like all of the universes is actually dreamt up by Andy, and I do feel like Inside Out is also, if it's true that Riley is Andy's mother, it could make sense that Inside Out is actually in Toy Story movie, even though that we don't know that they're there in grown-up state. But I really wanted to talk about this theory because I really do feel like it makes sense that Andy is playing with his toys and, making all of these universes. For example, Brave, we all have imagined, old times and storylines and things like that. And that is also why some of the things are not correct. When they have potatoes, for example, in Brave, it's because, Andy doesn't remember his story teachings that well, and forgot that they don't have potatoes or what it is at that time of period, and who could, blame him for that. And that is also why there's some disconnections in the other films. And I also believe that the Boo, the small little girl, is do have something to do with all of it, and can actually time travel. If she's related to Andy, I'm not quite sure about, but it could actually be Andy's daughter. We never see Boo's parents as far as I know of, so that could actually be a very interesting story, that it also it fits to Boo's character, that she's very outgoing and imaginative, and plays with her toys and wouldn't be afraid of a monster like Sully, because her father already imagined worst things than him. So I do believe that this is my Pixar theory. I don't know if you guys got what you wanted out of it, but I really do feel like all of the stories is in, Toy Story 1, 2, and 3. So, I don't know about you guys. Tell me in the comments down below, and do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones, and that's actually all. Yeah, okay, bye!